The Golden Cage and the Forbidden Garden. Part 1. The Perfect Illusion. Anna and Mark were the perfect couple, so it seemed to everyone who knew them. They got married young, out of great love, and built a life that many could only dream of. A spacious house outside the city, two charming children, a successful career, traveling, parties with friends. From the outside, their life seemed flawless, as if it had come from the cover of a glossy magazine. Anna was an interior designer. She had impeccable taste and a talent for creating comfort and beauty in any space. Her work was in great demand, and she successfully ran her own business. Mark was a financial analyst. He worked in a large company and held a high position. He was smart, ambitious, and knew how to make money. They were a beautiful couple. Anna was a tall, slender blonde with soft features and kind eyes. Mark is a tall, fit brunette with a strong chin and a penetrating gaze. They complemented each other like two halves of a whole. But behind this perfect picture, there was a crack. Subtle, almost imperceptible, but still there. Over time, routine and predictability began to undermine their relationship. Passion faded, and habit and duties took its place. Anna felt more and more lonely in her golden house. She lacked sincere communication, warmth, attention. Mark was absorbed in work and his ambitions. He often stayed late, rarely took the initiative in the relationship, and seemed to take Anna for granted. She tried to talk to him, to explain that she lacked his attention, that she felt lonely. But Mark brushed her off, saying that she was exaggerating, that he had a lot of work, that everything would work out. Anna felt that their relationship was slowly fading. She knew she needed to change something, but she didn't know how to do it. She felt like she was stuck in a golden cage with no way out. Part 2. The Meeting. One day at the opening of a new contemporary art exhibition, Anna met Alex. He was an artist, eccentric and talented. He had charisma and charm that instantly attracted attention. Alex was the complete opposite of Mark. He was passionate, creative, spontaneous. He lived one day at a time and wasn't afraid to take risks. He saw the world through different eyes and knew how to inspire others. Anna and Alex started talking. They discovered that they had a lot in common, a love of art, music, and travel. Alex was interested in her work as a designer, and Anna was impressed by him as an artist. He listened to her attentively, asked questions, showed genuine interest. Anna felt at ease and comfortable with him. She felt alive, inspired, and desired. They exchanged phone numbers and agreed to meet again. Anna left the exhibition feeling slightly dizzy and strangely excited. She didn't understand what was happening, but she knew that this meeting had changed something in her life. Part 3. Forbidden Garden. Anna and Alex's meetings became more frequent. They walked around the city, went to museums, drank coffee in cozy cafes, talked about everything under the sun. Alex opened a new world for Anna, the world of art, freedom, passion. He inspired her, supported her, admired her. He saw her not only as a wife and mother, but also as a talented woman who was capable of many things. He made her feel special, desired, loved. Anna fell in love with Alex. She understood that it was wrong that she was married, that she had children, but she couldn't help herself. Her heart was drawn to him like a moth to a flame. They started dating secretly. The meetings were filled with passion, tenderness, and awe. Anna felt guilty before Mark and the children, but she couldn't give up Alex. He was a breath of fresh air for her, a ray of light in the dark kingdom. These meetings were her forbidden garden, a place where she could be herself, where she could feel alive. Part 4. Playing with Fire. Anna understood that she was playing with fire. She knew that sooner or later the truth would come out, but she couldn't stop. It seemed to her that she lived in two different worlds. In one world, she was a wife and mother, lived in a beautiful house, went to social events, ran a successful business. In another world, she was a lover, free and happy, enjoyed passion and creativity. She tried to combine these two worlds, but it was becoming increasingly difficult. She constantly lied to Mark, made up excuses, hid her feelings. She felt exhausted, guilty, unhappy. One day, Mark told her that he was going on a business trip for a few days. Anna was happy that she would be able to spend time with Alex without hiding. They decided to go out of town to a small house that Alex rented for work. They spent a few days there, enjoying each other, walking in the forest, drawing, listening to music. One evening when they were sitting by the fireplace, Anna felt that she could no longer live a lie. She told Alex about her feelings, about her guilt, about her fear. "I can't do this anymore," she said, crying. "I love you, but I can't break up my family." Alex hugged her. He understood her. He felt her pain. He loved her too, but he didn't want her to suffer. "I know," he said. "I don't want to lose you, but I don't want you to be unhappy." They spent the night talking, crying, hugging. They knew they had to make a decision. Part 5. Revelation. Mark returned from a business trip earlier than expected. He wanted to surprise Anna, but the surprise was waiting for him. He arrived home and found that no one was home. He called Anna, but she didn't answer. He began to worry. He decided to stop by her studio, but she wasn't there either. He called her assistant, and she said that Anna had taken a few days off. Mark sensed something was wrong. He knew that Anna was hiding something. He decided to check her phone. He found messages from Alex on her phone. He read them and understood everything. His world collapsed in an instant. He was furious, desperate, shocked. He couldn't believe that Anna had betrayed him. He decided to go to the country house that Alex was renting. He knew he would find them there. He arrived there late in the evening. He saw Anna's car parked near the house. He got out of the car and walked up to the house. He heard voices, laughter. He went to the window and looked inside. He saw Anna and Alex sitting by the fireplace. They were hugging, kissing. Mark felt his heart breaking into pieces. He didn't knock on the door. He just turned around and left. He didn't want to see them, didn't want to hear their excuses. Part 6. Divorce and Aftermath. Mark filed for divorce. Anna did not resist. She understood that she deserved it. The divorce was difficult. The children were in shock. They did not understand what was happening. Anna and Mark tried to maintain a good relationship for the sake of the children, but it was difficult. Mark left home and moved to the city. He immersed himself in work, trying to forget about the pain and resentment. Anna stayed at home with the children. She tried to be a good mother, but the feeling of guilt did not leave her. Anna and Alex's relationship did not stand the test of time either. They realized that their love was built on lies and deceit. They broke up a few months after Anna's divorce. Anna was left alone. She lost her husband, lover, friends. She felt empty, broken, useless. She decided to start from scratch. She sold the house and moved to a small town. She opened a small design studio and started working on new projects. She worked a lot, took care of her children, tried to find herself. She understood that she needed to forgive herself in order to move on. Over time, Anna was able to heal her wounds. She learned to live alone, appreciate simple things, find joy in the little things. She never forgot about Mark and Alex. They always remained a part of her life, a reminder of her mistakes and her strength. Part 7. Echoes of the Past. One day several years later, Anna received a letter from Mark. He wrote that he wanted to meet her. Anna agreed. She felt that they needed to talk, to put an end to their story. They met in a cafe where they used to spend time together. They were silent for a long time, looking at each other. "I wanted to say that I forgave you," Mark said finally. Anna began to cry. She had been waiting for these words for many years. "I forgive you too," she answered. They talked about the past, the present, the future. They realized that their love had died, but they were still friends. They parted, hugging. Anna felt relieved. She knew that she was free now. She returned to her small town, to her studio. She continued to work, to paint, to live. She knew that her past would always be with her, but she also knew that she was stronger than her mistakes. She learned to love herself, to forgive herself, to believe in herself. She found her way, her light. She left the golden cage and found freedom in simplicity and sincerity. She created her new life, a life in which there was only her, a strong, independent, happy woman. And the echo of the past no longer haunted her.